We are switching over to the end of October, and let's see where we are on the 3 square foot beds for the chickens. Of course, the bed you just watched me show you how to put a whole new cover on. So this one's already ready. We're going to run this style of cover, probably a heavier plastic as we get further into winter, but this style of cover and these little bendable supports, and we're going to see how they do all winter long. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to cover this one up or not. I'm thinking about keeping one exposed just to kind of make sure. I mean, you never know until you try, right? So I really want to know the difference between if I put in a ton of effort versus if I put in a little effort. Are they really going to perform about the same, and it's not even worth it for me to go through the whole covering process? This is the number 2 bed that I did yesterday and switched everything over. So we've got bok choy and collards, Swiss chard, ton of bok choy here in the front. This bok choy actually reseeded from the bok choy that I planted in the spring, and I just thinned it out to what it is now. And then I chopped my basil plant down. It's got some brown spots, something going on, so I'm slowly working all those leaves out of it, and I'm going to see how long I can keep that alive with rosemary over on the left side. And I guess in all actuality, that's probably bed 1 that I just showed you, not bed 2. Here's what I'm finishing up today. So the 2 giant cherry tomato plants were in the middle. This is also the same bed that we did the beets that I absolutely did not like, and the radishes. So I've pulled all that out. The other day, we put spinach in that back left corner, broccoli right below it, and we have Swiss chard closest to you on the left. Coming across, we have a volunteer kale, another Swiss chard, but I think this one almost looks like that sorrel, doesn't it? But it was labeled as Swiss chard too, and I really like the colors on it. So what are we going to put in this bed? We're going to use up the starts that we still have left. So it's going to be a hodgepodge, a mixture, but I'm going to try to put them in the right position for their size. You don't want 2 really tall plants side by side when you could easily put some ground cover plants next to it, let the other one grow tall. So I'm thinking we put a lettuce there in the middle to kind of cover the ground and shade out the center. A collard over on the right because that's the deepest point of the bed, and we know the collards are going to get big. Fill it in with a bok choy. Nope, I changed my mind. Bok choy on the far right because I want to give that kale the biggest chance possible because it's one of the large plants that really offer a lot of food to the chickens. Swiss chard, and let's plunk another bok choy in there too, because in the springtime those leaves get gigantic, which again is perfect for the chickens. I've noticed they don't grow as fast in the fall as they do in the spring, but they look thicker and healthier. Give them some water. And that is water with nutrients in it. And put a thick layer of mulch over the whole thing. You really want to do anything possible to protect the soil from these cold winter temperatures that are coming. This is not a point that you want to be skimping. It doesn't cost much. At Tractor Supply, this big bale is only $7 and something, and it does quite a few of my beds. If you're in one of these areas that doesn't have a Tractor Supply, they even have big bales of it at Walmart back in the pet section for pet bedding. It just makes it a lot easier for me to buy one product and have a bunch of it sitting over there that I use for my chickens and I use for my garden. And if you're wondering how much is too much, I don't think that's possible right now. When you're talking about mulch like this, you're talking about a blanket. Get it as thick as you can, or as thick as you want to, and then tap it in really good so it compacts down. And there you go, bed number 2 technically, but the 3rd bed that I did this season to switch it over to cold weather. That's 3 beds, 36 grow sites when you're doing the square foot gardening that I'm gonna try to nurture along and get through this winter to help me feed those crazy hungry chickens. I say this is all for the chickens, it's because I put it out here by the chicken coop for that purpose of growing for the chickens. I've got my beds over behind the house that as things finish up, I'll be putting more in there, which I have to get in and start another tray or 2 of seeds because I'm out of starts and I've still got a bunch of beds that are finishing up with peppers. So remember, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared, and I will see you on the next one.